The content that was generated was already out there. It doesn't create new content, like new ideas. So it wouldn't create a 15th idea because it's not out there, right? But if I added, let's say I added 3 more ideas of my own to the list.
Yes.
Am I correct? That goes back into Athena when you retrain it? Like my ideas that got added to the article?
When you add the ideas in market research and insights and you train it, then it already are there. But when you add something in this article right now, there is no feedback loop to Athena and right now at this stage. But we intend to develop something where your whole article will also again go back to Athena. We are testing it. Sometimes what happens if you are in the wrong direction, then you are going iteratively in a wrong direction. And that's what we want to avoid. Suppose if you create a blog and this blog was not performing well or not in right direction, then our research question at this stage as a team is how we can make sure that only users select the perfect blog which is performing, and that should be part of the Athena, and not everything goes to Athena, because then we can I put in the website this feedback loop, like
Right.
you want to measure the ROI and then only you wanted to retrain Athena. Let me maybe quickly show what I mean by that. So the idea was start with the niche research, train Athena, write content, then scale and automate is these different types of template that you can automate, then measure ROI and update niche research. So the main idea here is before we update the niche research, we wanted to inject with Athena the right information, the information which increase the ROI. Now we are creating something where user will be able to select what is the best blog that I have created, and from the Google Analytics, from conversion goal, from Google Search Console, I can see that this has increased the CTR, click-through rate, or I'm getting more customer than last 3 months because of the blog I'm publishing. That can be a simple statement as well. But which blog are getting me more information? That's measure of your ROI. And if you choose this information back and update your research, again train Athena, then we are in the right momentum. But by accident, if we choose blogs which are not performing well, then we are not in the right order of the optimization.
So in the case of if I had the 3 extra ideas, I would add them to the content, but I would not add them to the market research, and let according to your diagram, let that filter into the process if it becomes a high performing blog post where you're in that right content ROI retrain.
Right. Suppose you added 3 new ideas in the blog, and you know that these ideas are giving me more clicks, more customers, because these are my unique ideas. You want to add them into already in the research, like insights or there, that you can already get benefit every time when you create. But suppose you have not done that, or you got your ideas while you created the content, like you are in the editor here, and we ask like 14 must have dog walking accessories. Now you got the 15th something which is your unique, and 15th and 16th 17th you came up 3 ideas, but they were not in the research. They are not there in the research. It's only here. Right now there is no way where you can feed back them into research. If you want to feed them back, I would just suggest that you copy it and put it in one of the insights in one of the relevant place, then it will be picked up there.
Right. So an idea there might to add that onto there might be dog shoes.
Yeah, sure. Dog shoes or jacket.
Right. For the winter wear.
Yeah. Another jacket for the winter wear. Neck, what to say, light, or the indicator,
like
hanging traffic indicator.
Right. Yeah, the collar light.
Collar
and
lights,
GPS. Yeah.
And GPS. So suppose these 2 are the new ideas, but when you have the idea, you can just write and still ask, write me Athena. It will still write it. It's not necessary that the information must be there in the market research, then only Athena will perform. No, market research is just an additional context. Market research also keep this content creation in a very structured way. When you create content with some other tools without naming them, there is a high probability that at some point of time they start deviating. But here we are controlling the way we are sending information to the model to create content. So Color Light was not, I'm not sure, it was never part of the market research because we didn't detailed out all the elements that must be there when you're walking the dog, like accessories, but it came up with an answer. Color lights are a great way to keep your dog visible at night. They can also help make them more easily seen by the people and animals, which can help them safe when they're out walking or running. I mean, it was more like a factual kind of content, not really strictly related to the persona in the sense, but whatever we are creating is not going to get way off from our original audience and their engagement.
Yeah,
Also,
I mean, it's in line with the other answers that were created.
right. Many people ask me questions about the Quora because if you are coming from the side where you wanted to optimize for Quora, these are most of the questions that are being asked on Quora about dog walking. You can also get them answered, put in the FAQ. If you are interested in covering some recent trends and news articles, you can also get your readers further suggested reading, for example. What is it like to make $100K plus walking dogs? This called a dog work like person and word is taken. So these are the news items which are trending for the dog walk in United States. And if you wanted to give your reader further suggested reading, you can just drag and drop here and add a further suggested reading list. You just can create a reading list, further reading list, suggested reading. Or maybe you can ask here Athena to come up with the suggested reading list. So the way I would treat this editor is just try to think normally as you would write. As a writer, you don't need to remember commands or anything. You just go in a natural flow. The results get more better when you use the same language as we have trained Athena. Then the results get more closer to what we have done. And now we have created some templates also based on that. Suggested reading list: The Art of Dog Walking by Laura Swan, The Dog Walker's Bible by Kyra. So these are some of the books. I didn't check the fact, but I'm sure they must be in a book like this or in a blog like this. Now coming back to those, so I explained about modes, different modes, Write Me Athena, Ask Me Athena, Overview. They're also giving me reading time, like 3 minutes it will take if to read it. Maybe I want to make a video script on YouTube, then maybe 3 to 4 minutes of material we already have. Our average words, our words are here 336, whereas the average competitors are using 308 words. We already covered 11 topics. We don't want to make this a score 100% because that means we are almost covering everything what competitors are talking. That's also we don't want. We have 66% score here, means we are very close to our market research. We should stay in this dark blue zone here. Again, you don't want to come to 100% because then you're just repeating your market research, right? That's not idea as well. Market research is a context setting for subsequent blogs. You don't want to cover everything in one blog also. So these indicators help you that, okay, I'm very close to what I'm doing or as a research or whom I'm targeting. There are a couple of templates which are also getting back here. So let's work with one of the templates and then see how the results, if you have time. I will quickly pull one template and see how it goes. So for example, let's take the first one. Main topic of interest, dog walking services. Initial content idea, how to walk your Over here, I think in our context, it will be another content idea, like how to find best dog walking services. Because as a BC dog owner, I'm looking for services because I cannot walk my dog on the weekdays. And what problem does this content solve? My reader helps them to have a dog at home. Let's see what comes out of it. So here the template is pre-structured in some sort of idea or structure. And once you start understanding that structure, you can create your own structure, just following the same type of language that is given in this structure. So how to find best services. Introduction. Dog provides companionship, relieve boredom and loneliness, and offer a sense of security. For many people, dogs are considered part of the family. Desire. So you see this bold item, single big desire. What is the main topic of interest? Provide 3 suggestions if you are new to the main topic of interest. Now, this is generic structure, generic language that you can talk to Athena in this language. What is the single big problem? Explain why it is important for reader to understand the idea. Know how to do what you are writing about. Single big feature. So let's quickly go through them. Single big desire. I want to be able to trust that my dog is being taken care of while I'm away. What is the main topic of interest? Dog walking. Provide 3 suggestions if you are new to the main topic of interest. So do your research. Look for a dog walking service that is licensed, insured, and bonded. Ask around for recommendation from friends and family members who have used the dog walking service in the past. Then read online reviews. So you see, it's very in the context of what we ask in the beginning, and this data is directly pulled from the market research. Single big problem. You're always worried about your dog when you're not home, or it won't be exact repetition of market research, but the context will be borrowed because Athena understands when you type here single big problem, it will pull the information from your research. Explain why it is important for reader to understand the idea. Dog walking is an important part of the dog's day, providing both physical and mental exercise. Single big feature. Suggest 5 steps of single big features. Professional dog walkers. These are different 5 steps, tips and reminders. Do your research before selecting a dog walking service. Make sure your dog is comfortable with the person who will walking them. Single big result. You can get a dog walker who can help you manage your time and keep your dog happy at any point of time. Now, idea here is that we are getting one of these sentences and we will be using either write me Athena, ask me Athena. But if you are new to the blogging idea, right? If you are completely new, then you would structure this blog like this. And if you wanted to see this more detail, like what exactly you want to cover with this structure, why you are doing this structure, then you can see these detailed templates, which gives you further idea in how it is implemented. So this was this how to blog post. So this is the automation of this template. For example, it starts from your introduction, use headline introduction. It gives also a little suggestion to AI and to also user in the red color text. Single big desire. What is the main topic of interest? Provide 3 suggestions if you are new to the main topic. So you see, this is an exact implementation, automation of the template. And once you understand how to create your own template, you can just create like this, your own template. And we can also source more template from the user. You might have seen this score is higher now. It's getting 68. It was in earlier blog, it was more like 66 or something because it's pulling more data from your market research. So that's why the score is higher. And you still have different tools here, same tools that you would be using earlier to expand on it. It's already 579 words, which is more than what other people are writing.